This was my first year doing robotics, so it felt kind of weird because I didn't really know much about how to build a robot. I started to help them design over the summer. We started in April, as soon as last year's competition season ended with their last robot. And then we ended up coming up with this design. It changed a bunch, but we worked on it to make it so that it would play this game most effectively. And we ended up with this design, like I said, and this is the design that it's taking us to Worlds. So.
Where do you go from here? First year in, you're going to Worlds. And what are you going to do next year?
We're going to try to get there again and see if we can do better.
Why did you get interested in this kind of stuff?
Well, the club is what does robotics. It's part of a career ed program called Project Lead the Way. Project Lead the Way is a school career ed program that we all applied for, and they do engineering stuff here. And then we have a club that meets after school that's completely optional, but it's only open to career ed students. And you get to do whatever you choose to expand upon from what you learned in class. Well, we use the robotics parts in some of our other classes, just small things here and there. And some people said, well, why don't we try to build robots? And we found out that Vex, the company that makes all the parts, holds competitions every year. And they said, well, how about we do that? I wasn't really involved in it the first year, and I started coming to club meetings, and I saw, oh, they're building robots over there, because I was working on something else for the class. And then when I realized they're building robots, I said, that was pretty cool. So I went and learned a little bit, and then when we were forming a team over the summer, I ended up being part of that team, and we all started working together to build this.
Now, your teacher says it's all you guys. Does he have anything to do with this?
He has a big part to do with it. He doesn't admit to as much as he should. He encourages us. When we have problems, we tell him, and he won't give us the answers like a lot of teachers will. When we go to competitions, some teachers have built their team's robots or have designed them or programmed them. He tells us, well, this is your problem. This is the idea of the problem. Now fix it. Figure out how to fix it on your own. And he has us each do our own separate part. For instance, Jasper's the big designer. Chris and Tyler and I, we all help build. Carrie's a programmer, and I'm a driver. So we all have our own little parts that fit into it. And he encourages us more than he's willing to admit. He sits here in the club after school for 3 hours a day when we ever have club meetings, which is twice a week, so 3 hours after school, sitting with us and helping us make robots. And then in class, most of us come down here during our free period, so we spend about 3 periods a day in here.